Never feared for anything, never shame but never free. A life that healed the broken heart with all that it could. Lived a life so endlessly, saw beyond what others see. I tried to heal your broken heart with all that I could. Will you stay? Will you stay away forever? How do I live without the ones I love? Time still turns the pages of the book it's burned. Place in time, always on my mind. I have so much to say, but you're so far away. Lands of what our futures hold, foolish lies of growing old. It seems we're so invincible, the truth is so cold. A final song, a last request, a perfect chapter laid to rest. Now and then I try to find a place in my mind where you can stay, you can stay awake forever. How do I live without the ones I love? Time still turns the pages of the book it's burned. Facing time, always on my mind. I have so much to say, but you're so far away. Sleep tight, I'm not the story begins. Is it such a sin for me to take what's mine until the end of time? We were more than friends before the story ends, and I will take what's mine, create what God would never design. Our love had been so strong for far too long. I was weak with fear that something would go wrong before the possibilities came true. I took on possibility from you. Almost left myself to tears, conjuring her deepest fears. That's why I got a heater for your thighs. And I know it's not your time, but bye-bye. And a word to the wise, when the fire dies, you think it's over, but it's just begun. Baby, don't cry. You had my heart, at least for the most part. Baby, don't cry. Possibilities I never considered are occurring, the likes of which I never heard. Now an angry soul comes back from beyond the grave to repossess somebody with which I misbehaved. Smiling right from ear to ear, laughed herself to tears.
Must have stabbed him 50 fucking times. I can't believe it. Ripped his heart out right before his eyes. All over easy. Eat it, eat it, eat it. No,
I realized the error of my ways. I must venture back to apologize from someone far beyond the grave. I gotta make up for what I've done. That's why I got a heater for your thighs. And I know it's not your time, but bye-bye. And a word to the wise, when the fire dies, you think it's over, but it's just begun. But baby, don't cry. You had my heart, at least for the most part. Everybody's gotta die sometime. We fell apart. Let's make a new start. 'Cause everybody's gotta purpose hard to find. While I recall the words you spoke to me, can't help but wish that I was there, like where I'd love to be. Oh yeah. Dear God, the only thing I ask of you is to hold me when I'm not around, when I'm much too far away. We all need that person who can be true to you, but I left her when I found her, and now I wish I'd stay. 'Cause I'm lonely and I'm tired, I'm missing you again. Oh no. Once again, there's nothing here for me on this buried road. There's no one here while the city sleeps and all the shops are closed. Can't help but think of the times I've had with you, pictures and some memories will have to help me through. Oh yeah. Dear God, the only thing I ask of you is to hold her when I'm not around, when I'm much too far away. We all need that person who can be true to you. I left her when I found her, and now I wish I'd stay. 'Cause I'm lonely and I'm tired, I'm missing you again. Oh no. Once again. Well, some search, never finding a way. Before long, they waste away. I found you, something told me to stay. I gave in to selfish ways, and how I miss someone to hold when hope begins to fade. A lonely road crossed another cold state line, miles away from those I love, purpose hard to find. Dear God, the only thing I ask of you is to hold me when I'm not around, when I'm much too far away. We all need the person who can be true to you. I left her when I found her, and now I wish I'd stay. 'Cause I'm lonely and I'm tired, I'm missing you die regretting the time you lost. It's empty and cold without you here. Too many people to wake over. I see my vision burn. I feel my memories fade with time, but I'm too young to worry. The streets we traveled on will undergo the same lost past. I found you here, now please just stay for a while. I can move on with you around. I hand you my mortal life, but will it be forever? I'd do anything for a smile, holding you till our time is done. We both know the day will come, but I don't wanna leave you. I see my vision burn. I feel my memories fade with time, but I'm too young to worry. A melody, a memory, just one vision. Seize the day, you'll die regretting the time you lost. It's empty and gone without you here. Too many people to wake around. New moon life replacing all of us, changing this fate won't live in. No longer needed here, so where do we go? Will you take a journey tonight? Follow me past the walls of death. But girl, what if there is no eternal life? I see my vision burn. I feel my memories fade with time. Yeah, I'm too young to worry. A melody, a memory, just one vision. Seize the day, you'll die regretting the time you lost. It's empty and gone without you here. So many people to wake around.
the shame for countless years.
There's nothing here to take for granted. With each breath that we take, the hands of time diffuse from our bodies, and we fade. Memories remain as time goes on. There's nothing here to take for granted. With each breath that we take, the hands of time diffuse from our bodies, and we fade. Memories remain as time goes on.
My 16 locked and loaded, all fear has been avoided. You say the words and my weapon is drawn. This one could be my last time. Some people call it war crime. I may be staring down a lethal sight. Nothing shocks you like a ball at all. Leaving my fear on the danger line. Suffering a man should never know. Leaving my faith on the danger line. I do this for my family. My daughter loves her daddy. Too many talk down on things they don't know. With colors never faded, reckless and unabated. They may take me but never take us all. Nothing shocks you like a ball at all. Leaving my fear on the danger line. Suffering a man should never know. Leaving my faith on the danger line. I know what you're thinking, I've been there before. So think of the times, that time we spent laughing away. So think of the times at home. Now I find myself in my own blood. The damage done is far beyond repair. I never put my faith in up above, but now I'm hoping someone's there. Never meant to leave this world alone. I never meant to hurt the ones who care. this time I thought we'd just grow old. You know, no one said it's fair. Tell my baby girl that it's alright. I've sung my last song today. Remind the Lord to leave His light on for me. I'm free. Screaming I'm much too loud. Take a look in the distance, try and see it all. Chances are that you might find that we share a common discomfort now. I feel I'm walking a fine line. Tell me only if it's real. Still I'm on my way. Until I found solid ground. Follow dreams reaching higher. Couldn't survive the fall. Much has changed since the last time, and I feel a little less certain now. You know I jumped at the first sign. Tell me only if it's real. Memories seem to fade. One far too long. But with all that we've been through, after all this time I'm coming home to you. Never let it show the pain I've grown to know. 'Cause with all these things we do, it don't matter when I'm coming home to you. I reach towards the sky, I've said my goodbyes, my heart's always with you now. I won't question why so many have died, my prayers have made it through, yeah. 'Cause with all these things we do, it don't matter when I'm coming home to you. Yeah!